Welcome to Whisper English, the channel that helps you go from a silent learner to a confident speaker not just in language, but in life. Today, we're going to explore something deeper than vocabulary or grammar. We're going to talk about the way you think, not about money itself, but about the mindset that shapes how you approach your challenges, your choices, and your dreams. The topic is rich and poor mindset. But let's begin by clearing up a common misunderstanding. Rich and poor are not just financial labels. They are patterns of thought. You can have a full bank account and still live with fear, doubt, and limitation. And you can have very little and still carry a rich mindset, one that believes in growth, in learning, and in your own ability to shape your life. So what makes the difference? Why do some people stay stuck even when they have resources, while others rise from nothing with quiet power? The answer lies in mindset. A rich mindset is not about flashy success or constant winning. It is calm, steady, and curious. It looks at problems and asks, "What can I learn here?" It doesn't panic when things go wrong. It adapts, adjusts, and keeps moving forward. A poor mindset, on the other hand, tends to resist change. It fears mistakes. It focuses on what's missing instead of what's possible. It says things like, "That's not for people like me," or "just not lucky," or "I'll never get out of this." And the tragedy is, many of us don't even realize we're thinking that way. We didn't choose this mindset, it was passed down to us through what we saw growing up, through stories of survival, struggle, and scarcity, through messages like, "Be realistic," "Don't aim too high," or "Success is for other people." But here's the truth. A mindset is not permanent. It is a habit. And like any habit, it can be changed one thought at a time. So today, I want to invite you to become aware of the thoughts you repeat to yourself every day. Are they building you up or holding you back? Are they helping you grow or keeping you small? Because here's the thing, growth doesn't always require a breakthrough. Sometimes, it starts with a tiny shift, like changing "can't do this" into "can't do this yet," or "I've never been good at that" into "I'm learning." These small changes may seem insignificant, but they're not. They open doors in your mind. They allow possibility back into your story. A rich mindset also sees failure differently, while a poor mindset says, "I messed up, so I must not be good enough." A rich mindset says, "I learned something. I'll try again with new insight." One shuts the door, the other builds a new one. And the way you think about failure shapes the risks you take, the dreams you pursue, and the way you speak to yourself. Speaking of dreams, let's talk about how mindset shows up in ambition. A poor mindset might see someone successful and think, "They must have had help. That's not possible for someone like me." A rich mindset looks at that same success and thinks, "If they could do it, maybe I can too. What can I learn from their journey?" The rich mind isn't jealous, it's inspired. It asks better questions, and better questions lead to better choices. For example, instead of asking, "Why is this so hard?" try asking, "How can I grow through this?" Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" try, "What if I learn something valuable?" This shift doesn't require perfect confidence, just a little bit of courage. Because a rich mindset isn't fearless, it's willing. It's willing to show up before feeling ready, to speak before feeling fluent, to begin before everything is perfect. And that's where real growth begins. Let's go deeper. A rich mindset respects time. It doesn't waste hours scrolling or escaping, it uses time with intention. Even rest becomes meaningful, not just an escape from stress, but a renewal for what's next. A poor mindset, in contrast, trades time for comfort. It puts off what matters. It avoids what's hard. It stays busy but not purposeful. And over time, that difference adds up. It becomes the difference between a life of quiet progress and a life of quiet frustration. Rich minds also set boundaries. They protect their energy. They say no without guilt. They know that saying yes to everything is a fast way to say no to your own goals. This kind of boundary isn't selfish, it's wise. It creates space for thinking, growing, and making real choices. Another key trait of a rich mindset is gratitude, not the kind that ignores struggle, but the kind that honors what is present while still reaching for more. Gratitude says, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm thankful for what I have now. That attitude opens your eyes. You start to notice opportunities that were invisible before: a kind word, a new idea, a chance to try again. And when you're grateful, you're not operating from lack, you're creating from enough. That's powerful, because when your mind believes there is enough time, enough space, enough grace, you stop competing and start contributing. You stop comparing and start creating. And that's when everything begins to shift. So, how do you start building this mindset in daily life? Start small. Speak kindly to yourself. Replace "I always mess up" with "I'm noticing my patterns." Replace "I'm stuck" with "I haven't figured it out yet." Keep a journal. Reflect on what you're learning. Surround yourself with people and voices that expand your thinking. Read something that feeds your mind. Say no to distractions. Say yes to things that challenge you. Thank yourself for trying. None of these habits require money, but they are the foundation of a rich life. Because in the end, we don't rise to the level of our potential, we fall to the level of our habits. And habits are just repeated choices. So choose thoughts that build you up. Choose actions that align with the life you want. And most importantly, choose to believe in your ability to grow. Because no matter your past, you are not stuck. You are becoming. And that story, the one you tell yourself every day, is the key. So if you've been repeating behind, try saying just beginning. If you've been thinking, oh, I always give up, try saying this time, stay with it. If you've been living in fear of what others think, try asking, what if I finally show up? Because sometimes the richest thing you can do is simply be honest with yourself, honest about what you want, honest about what's been holding you back, honest about the fact that you're ready to change. Not overnight, but today. With one better question, one stronger thought, one new beginning. That is how rich thinking begins, not with noise, but with clarity. Not with ego, but with intention. Not with the finish line, but with the first step. So wherever you are right now, I want you to know, you are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too small. You are just getting started. This is your time to rise, not because everything is easy, but because you're choosing to think differently. And that choice changes everything. Thank you for spending this time with me here on Whisper English. If something in today's message helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it too. And as always, remember to speak kindly to yourself. Keep learning, keep growing, because a rich life doesn't begin with money, it begins with mindset.